This is Howard Cosell. No, it's not Howard Cosell. This is Howard Cosell versus Muhammad Ali. And Leland right now has a lot of things on his mind. The reason why I have the Howard Cosell voice because I love Howard Cosell. And I saw a video with Muhammad Ali doing the shuffle. But that's not what we talk about. That's going to be in another episode of Howard Cosell versus Muhammad Ali. We're going to talk about that in the future episode. But today, I found my friend, Leland, who has a lot on his mind. You already know who I am. It's the host of Dreams. You know, dreams are possible, man. And we got something to talk about. So Leland is on another level today, and you're going to see what level he's on. So today, Leland, what's been going on? What's on your mind today?
I think what's bothering me is okay. A while back, I wrote a piece on the internet about depression,
Okay.
and
Tell me something about depression. What you learned from it.
well, I've been dealing with depression since I was about 11 years old, something like 12 years old, and the only thing that cured my depression was music. And when I was collecting music and everything, that's where I was at my best high. I'll tell anybody, music sometimes is better than sex. That's how I feel. Um, when I got into talent, my passion is when I see a potential, I always wanted to help them do something, whether it be studio or anything on their stage situation.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this so long to where when I got into the business 4 years ago, I kind of felt like I was coming into the business to be one of those guys to help people get to that level.
Okay.
But Friday, something happened that really changed my life right that second. I came off a real hectic week where I started a documentary about Slim Biggums that's coming soon. Um, I'm also working on doing a project about my family history in and outside the industry, which I'm not going to talk about too much. Um, my my crew just got offered a huge deal that I'm happy for them, and there are talks about me in that deal. What I don't know, but my thing about the entertainment business, it is what it is. It's a very stressful job than any job I've ever had. So all you folks out there who working 9 to 5, do not compare your job to this industry. Because some of y'all nothing. Me personally, you're nothing but a bunch of 8-hour people who just sit there and that's all you do, 8 hours, and you still have at least 15, 16 hours of your day. When you're in the industry, you got 18, 19, 20 hours of just working. That's every day. And personally, I'm dealing with artists who are very disrespectful. Sometimes make me wonder who taught y'all how to be professionals.
Mm.
Second of all, I don't. The grossest lie I've ever heard somebody tell me was, "Do not keep a grudge in this business." And I've sat down with many legends in this business, and they told me that was the biggest, how should I say, biggest garbage to ever hear somebody say when they know there's lots of grudges in this industry. Um, I have one right now that's really taking a toll on my life, but I let God handle that between me and whoever that person is. But when you come into a school like LA Film, it's about creativity that gets you away from these streets. And I'm getting to the point where I'm hating it because when I see my homeboys getting ready to graduate, it doesn't bother me because I've always been that selfish guy to be. I let my homeboys and let people go ahead of me because they deserve more than me.
Yeah.
But to really sit back and think to yourself, how much further can I go with this business? And the one thing I think artists need to understand is there's a big difference between your personal life and your professional life. You cannot mix the two because your personal life cannot interfere with your professional life.
Yeah.
Everybody think you can have a personal life and a professional life. There's no such thing. You either gonna have one or the other. And when depression that I go through comes in, it's a hard decision. You think about one or two things, three, one, two, or three things. You either think about the professional life, the, the personal life, or the last one because you just cannot take that. And I've heard everybody from coast to coast giving me this garbage advice about the business or what I can't think about. Let's be real. Words hurt. And there's some of y'all out there are some gutless bastards to just say stuff to people and you act like you're right. Me personally, I think I'm just going to. This will be my final interview because I don't feel comfortable being around people who are fake. You know, Raji, me and you have been cool. We've been talking about this in school, and even here at the LAFM, there's a lot of garbage behind these scenes. A lot of these students come in here, they're not serious about what they're walking into. And the one thing is, how can y'all sit here and act like you're gonna walk into this business and change anything before you all out there? That's the advice to all of you so-called aspiring executives who don't even work in New York, who don't even work in LA. How can you say you part of it? Some of y'all are not even nowhere near where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in Hollywood. I've been in Hollywood 4 years. I've been in every club. I've been in every spot. I've seen the people I've seen, and I take it as an education. So the best thing some of y'all can do for me, bring your fucking asses out here and get on the job. Stop talking about you did this, you did that. All that is just resume work. That's all it is. Resume work. So stop leaving me messages talking about helping you and all that. How you gonna help me when some of y'all didn't even know who Steve LaBelle was? Now, if you don't know who Steve LaBelle is, then don't be in this hip hop game. If you don't know who Rick Rubin is, if you don't even know Lyle Cohen, these are people who was part of this hip hop business. If you're not a part of it, if you don't know the history, hey, you females out there, how many of y'all can name 5 MCs? Female MCs. And I'll take out Queen Latifah, MC Light. Take those out. Take them out. Can you name me 5? Matter of fact, give me 25 good ones from the era. Not this era, back in the day. And while you at it, give me a full summary of what their contribution to the business. And then I'll shut up. But until then, none of y'all have done no work. Either you like it, come out here and do some work. You do some work, then I'll respect you. But until then, I don't have no respect for anybody who's sitting on the internet or the television talking about what they've done. When I'm looking at your resumes and I realize I wouldn't even work with you, you ain't even worth you're not worth my 50 something an hour. You're not. So I'm just, depression in this business, it's a mess. And the people that work in it don't make it no better. Everybody wants to sit here and be friends. There ain't no friends. If there was friends in this business, then we wouldn't have everybody being broke. Wouldn't everybody turn against each other? Wouldn't have haters. Because y'all haters. I just said I don't care where it goes to. Some of y'all haters need to be taken out to the field, and shot to the head. Because some of y'all are just jealous because you're lazy, and that's what I said. And to the cats out there, you know who I'm talking to. I've busted my ass 20 plus in this entertainment industry. You don't believe me? Check them wrestlers on that East Coast. They know me. Some of y'all can't get there. So the way I look at it is, at the end of the day, when depression comes in, nobody understands but yourself and God. And that's all I got to say, really,
Any final thoughts, man?
Any final thoughts? If artists, now let me take it back. I'm gonna quote my idol, what Marvin Gaye said about an artist's job. He said, "Artists are put here to shake the souls of men." And if you don't believe it, Some of y'all need to go out and buy Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On" and listen to it and think to yourself, that was 1971. Look at 2014. It's the same thing. And personally, I don't think no artist out there can come up with a masterpiece like he did. Because what he did was he told you straight up what was going on in that time frame. Bottom line. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're not trying to shake the souls of men, you out here talking about this money, which some of y'all don't deserve. God bless you, because I'm done. Pretty much done.
And you know what? That's a real, true CEO of a business. That's professional business. From that professional point to this one, you guys need to listen to Marvin Gaye because Marvin Gaye was a legend. Even Bob Marley. Just listen to those two, and you'll see how Bob Marley really changed.
And while you add Tupac. Those three.
Those three. And Biggie Smalls, Big Pun. Those men changed the world. And Michael Jackson. I respect Michael because Michael knew everything there is to know
Cut.
about music.